Hello, lovely community. Rachel here from Nutrition in Bloom, and we are continuing our discussion about snacks. In case you missed it, the past videos, I believe, I have been talking all about snacks. So I've declared May is Snack Month because I get a lot of questions about snacks, and I find that a lot of times parents and caregivers tend to demonize or put snacks like on this lower level than meals, but snacks don't have to be that way, right? Snacks are a part of um, what our children eat, um, and we can make snacks nutritious and fun and happy for everybody. So if you've missed my last 3 videos, go back and take a look. I talk a lot about the what of snack time, kind of the how of snack time. And in the video last week, I talked about how to use snack times to help your children try new foods. And in this video today, I'm going to be talking about packaged snacks and how we can get past packaged foods at snack time, because I find that a lot of children tend to want the package of goldfish or the package of cookies or the package of whatever it is. And I do not have anything against those foods. I think those are absolutely fine to have in our child's in what our children are eating. But the challenge can become when our child seems to only want that package. So I want to talk about how we can get away from those, from that, like the specialness, so to speak, of packaged snacks without completely taking those packages away. And I also want you to know that if you are struggling with snacks or with feeding in general and just aren't sure what to do, let's set up a call, let's chat. I am going to link to schedule a free discovery call with me. It's a free 15-minute introductory call, no strings attached, where we can chat about what's going on with you, and I can let you know how I can offer support or what I might think the best place for you to go would be. So, without further ado, let's talk about packaged snacks. Um, so I first want to say that it is very common. It is very common for kids to want those packages. There are the cute characters on the package. They are fun. They are child size. Your child can pick them up. They can become this routine. Um, but what are some easy things that we can do to make snack time a little bit, to make those packages not seem, again, so special? So my first tip here is to take the food out of the bag. It sounds very simple, but take the goldfish out of the bag and put them on a plate. Take whatever it is out of the bag. It is taking away some of that part of the food, that specialness of the food. And I want to say that for a lot of kids, especially for those that might be more selective than like extremely selective, might have very few foods that they will eat. Sometimes those packages are are they really gravitate towards those packages because they know what's in the food, they know what to expect, they know how it's going to feel, how they're going to eat them. So if we can start by taking the food out of the package, which even for some kids might be too much, and if it is, that's okay, but the goal is to take it out of the package so it doesn't become just this packaged food. The other thing I want to mention is to serve some of these foods at times other than snack times. I know that sometimes we get kind of stuck on what's a snack food and what's a meal food, but it doesn't have to be that way. So take those goldfish. I know I keep using goldfish as an example, but whatever that packaged food is, and serve it at dinner time, at lunchtime, even at breakfast time. Serving it at other times of the day lets your child know it's just a food. You know, maybe serve it with a meal and then have something else with a snack. Have something that's more of a meal food with a snack. When we can get out of that frame of snack and meal foods, it can really help to just reframe how we're thinking about some of those foods. So just serving it at a different time can be really helpful. My third tip here is to remember to follow that division of responsibility. If some of you may have heard me talk about this, some of you might be new here, so you haven't, but the division of responsibility really means that we as parents and caregivers, we decide what's on the menu and our children decide how much and whether to eat that food. So we decide. So this means that we don't have to give in to every demand for a snack food at a specific time. Now, I'm not saying never give that snack food, right? That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But I want you to know that we can decide when we want to serve that food. And if you feel stuck on this part because maybe your child doesn't have very many foods and you feel like you are just serving these snack foods all the time, let's chat. We can kind of talk through that and figure out what we might be able to do and make some changes in a very respectful way to our child. But I will also link here to a blog post that I have on how we can respond to those demands for snack in a way that is very loving and respectful as well. But I want to mention we don't have to give in to all of those demands. And then at the same time, my fourth tip here is to keep serving those snacks, is to make sure your child knows that these snacks are fine, these snacks are part of what we eat, and the reason being is that we want our children to form a healthy relationship with these foods, meaning we don't want to put them on a pedestal, we don't want to make them seem like they are so special. Because what can happen sometimes is when we just completely cut off certain foods, or we, don't let our kids eat it, or we talk about how we can't have it, it makes our child want it and they're going to crave it. And our goal is to really help them form a positive relationship with food, right? We want food to be positive. So I would recommend not removing these foods completely, not making them off limits. So those are my 4 tips to get started on taking the packaged snacks, and making that a little bit easier to manage. If you have more questions on this, please let me know and we can continue the conversation. I know next week starts June, but I do have one more week, and then we will move on. But as always, I am here to answer any of your feeding questions that come up. Keep me posted. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I look forward to hearing how snack time is going in your home. Bye-bye.